Hi, welcome to day 5 of the Gratitude Game video series. Today's mantra is faith. Faith is interesting because what a lot of people will ask you to do is to have blind faith, that you're supposed to trust something that you can't possibly comprehend. And with regard to your financial home, that's not a good idea. So I want you to have faith in time proven systems. And I want you to have a discerning faith that doesn't require you to just believe what other people tell you to do. What I've found in my life is that whenever somebody tells me that they would like to do it for me, or that I really shouldn't worry about this, they should leave it to the professionals. And even with doctors, like a good doctor will honor the fact that you understand your body. A good doctor will tell you to exercise and eat right. And if you have questions about what that looks like, they'll tell you, and they'll tell you your health depends upon you largely. I mean, there may be some things outside of your control, but a lot of it's in your control. And it's the same thing with your finances. If somebody is not giving you the basic guidelines of what a good financial plan looks like and how you can look at it 1, 2, or 3 times a year and do a checkup, wellness checkup, and explain to you in simple terms, if they're telling you not to look at it or not to worry about it, or to just have faith that they can do it for you because they're better at it, those are all red flags. So it's really important for your faith to be based in time-proven systems. And there are 20th century strategies that worked fine in the last century that some financial planners are using in the 21st century, and they don't work. Buy and hope is a last century strategy that has been costing Main Street more than half of their wealth in each of the last 2 recessions, and the current pandemic is as problematic, if not more so, than the last 2 21st century recessions, which were the Great Recession, and that the Dow dropped 55%, more than half. Real estate prices nationwide were down over 25%. In some areas, they were down by more than half. It depended on what area you were in. And the dot-com recession, the NASDAQ lost 78%. So if you had $1 million, it went down to $220,000. And it took 15 years for the NASDAQ stocks to crawl back to even. That buy and hope plan is a Wall Street roller coaster. There is a plan that worked. It's modern portfolio theory with annual rebalancing. It's easy as a pie chart. So I'm going to show you what this is. And I want you today, as you're going through things, so today is a little bit different. The mantra is faith. So whenever anybody asks you to have blind faith or just to trust them, or they want to do it for you without explaining it to you, those are red flags. Like if you were the CEO of your company and you're, one of your office, somebody was heading up a certain thing, they wanted to buy something that they said was essential for the company. Well, they would have to make the case for that. They'd have to tell you in terms and show you how this was going to either increase your sales or increase your productivity or be better for your workforce. So your financial advisor should be able to do that as well in simple terms and show you charts of how that's the case. So couple easy ways to know whether or not your current financial plan is solid. Everybody thinks their financial plan right now is solid because stocks are high and real estate is high. So in a bull market, it's very easy to be comfortable. But again, if you wait for the headlines, it's too late. So how can you tell right now when you're feeling comfortable whether or not your plan is really a good one? Well, in your retirement plan or your managed brokerage account, ask for the performance of the S&P 500 compared to your plan for 15 years. That's going to include the Great Recession, and it's also going to include the downturn that happened between February and March, which was minus 35%. So if you were uncomfortable in March, chances are your plan's not properly diversified and protected. Also, what's traditionally safe is no longer safe. So you really do need to know what's safe in a world where bonds are illiquid and negative yielding, and money market funds have redemption gates and liquidity fees. So you might say, well, that sounds like a lot of work. It's not. You now know 2 things that you didn't know 10 seconds ago. All right, so let me show you the Thrive Budget free web app and the Easy as a Pie Chart Nest Egg Strategies free web app. So you can start on the path. So today, your faith is going to be based in wisdom, and your action plan is going to be creating your own Thrive budget, personalizing your own Thrive budget, and personalizing your own Easy as a Pie Chart Nest Egg Strategies. So I'm going to share the screen and show you how to do it. Okay, so go to nataliepace.com. You can see this big badge here. Click to access your own Nest Egg Pie Chart and Thrive budget. It's easy to do, and you answer like 2 questions and click, and then it's done. Now, you do have to give us your email address in order for us to send you the links. Also, it's a good idea to give us your phone number just in case you change your email. So here's what the first one looks like, the Thrive budget. And let's say that you make $100,000 a year. Click on Submit. It's telling you that you need to have $50,000 allocated for your basic needs like housing, transportation, food, gasoline, utilities, and taxes. And that your Thrive part, the things that make life worth living and have other benefits attached to them as well, is going to be half of your budget, including your money while you sleep plan, which increases your wealth. This is key. We'll talk more about why it's key as we go through our 21-day program. Also, if you would like to read about the Thrive budget, there's an entire section in the ABCs of money. So go to nataliepace.com, scroll down, and you'll see the ABCs of money, 4th edition. The most recent edition is always going to be on my webpage. And I do have to update it. So in a pandemic, I obviously had to update it. There's things that are hot that are no longer hot. There are things that are safe that are no longer safe. So I do have to update it when the economic climate changes. So this was just published October of 2020, 4th edition. So that's why you go to nataliepace.com. It'll just make sure you're getting the most recent one. Click on the book cover and it takes you over to purchase it. And again, it's less than $5, right? So as the ebook, it's an Amazon exclusive. Now, you can also learn this at our retreat. Our next retreat is January 16th through the 18th. If you register by November 30th, you get the best price. So that's another way that you can replace blind faith, with a time-proven systems, with wisdom. And that's key. So having faith in something that works is different than having blind faith in something that you don't understand. Okay, so let's lean more into faith in things that work and wisdom. All right, so here's your pie chart. So again, here's how you fill it out. When you're filling this out, don't put in commas or periods. It can mess it up. So let's say that you're 35. Well, let's say that you're 30. That'll make it easier. Your annual income is $100,000. Do not change extra safe. I'll tell you why in a second. Do not change percentage of salary. And then let's say that you're just starting out. And so your liquid assets are only about $10,000 in cash. Click on submit. Now it personalizes your pie chart for you, and you can use this if you have a 401k, or if you have a managed brokerage account, or if you have your own brokerage account. So basically you always keep a percent equal to your age safe. So you're going to have about $33,000 safe. You're going to overweight safe. So you're going to have about $22,000 safe. And oh, hang on, this looks like it's not right. Somehow I put in something. Oh, I know why. I put in 100,000 rather than 10,000. Sorry about that. Okay. So about $6,000 of your 10,000 that you have is safe because of your age. And then we're overweighting another. Okay. All right. I was looking at this because I was saying, well, why do we have 20,000? The reason that we have 20,000, if we go back here, is that 10% of 100,000 is $10,000. And remember, you're supposed to be putting 10% of your income into your retirement account. So it's adding 10% of 100,000 to your liquid assets of 10,000 in order to come up with the pie chart. All right, now this should make sense. So you have $20,000 because your at-risk portion, you have 10,000 now, and your safe side, you have 10,000. Now, normally you're going to keep a percent equal to your age safe. So, you know, if you had $10,000 and you were 30, it would be 3,000. You have 20,000, so it's 6,000. And then we're overweighting 20% safe. We're putting extra safe here because we're in the middle of a pandemic and a recession. So $10,000 or half of our portfolio is going to be safe. And then the remainder, 10,000, we are in 10 different funds, and they are allocated small, medium, large, value and growth, and 4 hot industries. So if you think that gold might go up if stocks go down, you could have a hot slice or 2 of gold. If you like a certain country like China or Indonesia that are doing better in terms of the pandemic, you could have a fund that's focused on that country. So this is where, if you like cryptocurrency, this silver, natural resources, clean energy. This is where you put in a hot technology, biotechnology. You can have your own hot slice there of whatever you think is super hot. Now, this is going to make more sense if you read the stocks and the what's safe section of the ABCs of Money, or you attend the retreat. If you have a lot of money in your 401k or your IRA or even a managed brokerage account, and especially if you lost 35% between February and March or anywhere close to that, consider getting a second opinion. I do give them. Call 310-430-2397 or email info@nataliepace.com for pricing and information. I want to say most people are losing more than half of their assets in recessions in the 21st century. That easy as a pie chart nest egg strategy that I just showed you earned gains in the last 2 recessions and has outperformed the bull markets in between. Now, we also use annual rebalancing, or 1, 2, or 3 times a year, not more and not less. That is a buy low, sell high plan on autopilot. So that is key as well. So again, if you are worried because you lost, you were worried in March, then replace blind faith with wisdom and faith in a time-proven system. Get a second opinion, attend the retreat, read the book. So that's not something you can do just today, but that's something that you can start on the journey of. Remember that a journey to wisdom starts with you not understanding anything, diving into the data. It becomes something that you do start to decipher. It's like learning a new language. And then as you start reading more and practicing more, you develop knowledge, and knowledge over time becomes wisdom. Way showers can show you the path. Anybody who's not willing to show you the path, and especially if their track record, if their portfolio lost more than half in the Great Recession, or even anywhere close to that, you're not with somebody that you should have faith in. If you lost 35% in between February and March, you should not have faith in that system. So this is a mantra that's saying, let's be sure that where we're placing our faith, that's a good thing to place our faith in. All right. So again, if you want to join us at the retreat, register now so you get the best price, because the best price, the early bird pricing period, ends November 30th. If you would like the second opinion, then email Heather at info@nataliepace.com. She's my assistant. If you want the book, simply click and start reading. Okay. All right. Again, I don't expect you to read the whole book today. And obviously, if you attend the retreat, that's in January. I wouldn't wait until January to get this information, especially if you lost any amount between February and March and were worried about your money then. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again.